I'm speaking from a place of personal experience, and this is something that I've experienced very recently. Um, if you can hear my daughter breathing in the background, she's breastfeeding right now, so please excuse that. I'm so sorry. But moving on to what I wanted to say was that this is a thing that I dealt with in the past month, and it's just kind of like we all have those things that we think that we can handle, right? We think, well, I'm going to speak from a first person perspective. I have certain things that I know are not good for me, but I still give in to those things because I think that I can handle them. I think that because I've done all of this work mentally, emotionally, that being that I'm more mature now, right? After doing all of this work on myself, that I can handle those things now. I can incorporate those things back into my life and I can handle them. Um, and I can be responsible and I can be functional on those things, right? And if you haven't caught on yet, I'm talking about addictions. I'm talking about things that hindered me a lot in my past. Things that were very, very sneaky. Like I just realized, honestly, the past year that the reason why I fell into depression in the first place was because of smoking weed, right? And smoking weed caused me to not accomplish my goals. It caused me to not be motivated, and it really clouded my judgment, and it clouded everything in my life. It clouded everything. And because I wasn't accomplishing my goals, even the smallest things on the day to day, um, it caused me to spiral into a huge depression, right? Because we gain confidence, or I'm going to rephrase that. We gain self-esteem. Self-esteem is our worthiness that we feel. So we gain self-esteem by achieving goals, and it builds by achieving small goals first. And then when we get decisive on achieving our small goals, then we are able to achieve bigger goals and even bigger goals. And that is how our worthiness gets bigger and bigger. And it's not in a prideful way. It's more just like a feeling of knowing that we can accomplish things by ourselves, obviously with God, but like by ourselves. Like it makes us feel secure and independent, and being independent and secure in our own skin is what makes us feel confident. And and um I want to thank God for bringing me this revelation, because this was something that I've I I let into my life 10 years ago, and for 10 years, oh man, has it been a struggle for 10 years. 10 years. I learned a lot within those 10 years, because now that I look back at all of the things, like I've learned so many lessons that, just in case I fall back down, I know how to get myself back up. And I can get myself back up really quickly. Like the turnaround is quick. And that's something that I'm really happy and grateful that I learned. And I'm really proud of that skill, because it is a skill to be able to bring yourself back up in a really short time time frame, And so now my worthiness, my feeling of worthiness has gone back up, and being able to recognize those things that bring me down is the first step to overcoming addiction, to overcoming um, a feeling of self-loathingness. Um, Hi, girl. Hey, are you done? Yeah, I'm done. You have some things to say too? Yeah. Okay. And so when I realized that, I was like, I hate this. I hate that thing. I hate that thing that I let into my life, back into my life. And this is where the enemy tries to trick you. He tries to convince you, right? And sometimes he wins. Sometimes he wins. He convinced me. Yeah, he did. He won that little battle, but it's just a little battle. It was just a little one. Good job. Good. You got that one. That's okay. No, that's okay. Because I'm getting back up. Because I realized where I fell short. I realized where I gave into the temptation, and then I let those convincing words, right? Like, oh, why don't why don't you just go take a hit? It's okay. Oh yeah, you can do that task while you're high. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you know what? You're much more creative when you're under the influence. Blah, blah, blah. All of these little lies. Those are little white lies that the enemy tries to tell you in order for you to fall back into the addiction, in order for you to fall back into that relationship, fall back into the toxicity, fall back into the self-loathingness, fall back into a, a, a time warp, right? Right? That's what it is. It's a time warp. It's a time lapse. I'm looking for the word here. It's a twilight zone, right? Where one day you snap out of it, and then you look back and you're like, holy shit, a month went by? No way. And I didn't get anything done? No way. And then it's just like, damn. Well, you know what? Today's a new day. It's a fresh start, and I'm going to start right here, right now. And I'm going to get back on the saddle. I'm going to get back on the horse, and I'm going to ride. I'm going to ride this thing out. I'm going to ride into the sunset with my horse and all my skills and all my glory. And God is going to redeem me of all of the time that I've lost, all of the time that was wasted. He's going to bring it right back to me. All of the things that were lost and stolen, yeah, those are still mine. Rightfully so. And and just as long as we can recognize those things, those that just becomes another opportunity to be wiser, right, for the future. It's just another skill that we can put in our toolbox. No, thank you. I don't need that in my life. Thank you for asking, but I'm good. Um, yeah. Oh, oh, that works for you? Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't work for me. I'm not going to touch that. And just being smarter with our words, wiser with our choices, and taking ownership and accountability of where we fell short. And I fell short. I fell short this past month, thinking that I can do all of these things under the influence is just not for me. And while some people can, you know, um, it's not for me. And also, I want to point out that the people who can function under the influence, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I, I, I'm just gonna say, like, that I'm trying to make a lot of fruit, you know? I'm trying to plant a lot of seeds and I'm trying to harvest a lot of good, fresh, ripe, juicy, yummy, delicious fruit. And for me, myself, I can't do that if I'm letting these little trickery things get a hold of me. I can't. No. Mm-mm. No. And another thing was like my memory was not that great. It was starting to go, and in my dream state, I wasn't able to dream and I wasn't able to remember my dreams if I had any. And I love to look back at my dreams, right? When I wake up, I like to lay there for a few minutes and think about all of the dreams that I had and reflect on those dreams because there's a lot of guidance that we receive in our dreams. And I wasn't this past month I wasn't able to dream, and if I did dream, I wasn't able to remember those dreams. Um, and it was really sad. It was like a huge um grief for me. Like I just that's something that I really enjoy and it's something that has really helped me to stay aligned with my goals and to receive guidance from the God from the Lord. Um, so I'm here looking at my Bible and I'm just reading Proverbs 23:29 and there's yeah. Oh goodness, you're finding your voice, aren't you? Yeah, yeah. You're so cute. You're so cute. Let's see here. Yeah, I had like a pretty trippy dream this morning, and speaking of revelations, I actually there was there's a man in my dreams last night, and he was reading the Bible, and it was the first page of Revelations, or was it Lamentations? Was it Lamentations or Revelations? I think it was Revelations. Yes. Okay, I'm feeling like it was Revelations, but I just really wanted to share this with you guys because hey, I ain't the only one dealing with, you know, an addictive past, right? And I'm not the only one who is better off without any substances, you know? Like there's a lot of us who don't need that stuff. I don't need those things to be happy. I don't need those things to get more done. I don't need those things to be more creative. I don't need those things to be funnier. I don't need those things to be a good time. I don't need those things to be a better mother. I don't need those things to like to help me calm down. Ooh, I don't need those things to 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 be a good time. Like, no, no, I'm good without all of those things. I'm actually better without all of those things, you know? And I think that you are too. If you're listening to this, it's probably because the Lord sent you here. You were probably guided in some way where there's, you know, with your gut instinct or a whisper, right? Well, here it is. Here it is, baby. And I just pray that it finds you well. And I hope that this is just a word of encouragement for you because it was a word of encouragement for me. And I feel like I needed to speak it out rather than just thinking about it over and over in my head because speaking it out helps put it in stone. It becomes more concrete. And it also becomes like an accountability building block for me. Like if I'm just thinking it to myself in my head, then then I don't have other people as a witness for me to take accountability, right? So like if I speak it out loud, then it's like, oh shit, like no, yeah, this is real. Like I'm speaking this into existence that I cannot do this anymore. I cannot. It doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do anything for me. It just creeps into my life and steals everything. So I hope that this finds you well, and God loves you, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.